If you took away my entire fragrance collection and only gave me $125 to spend, here are the 6 fragrances that I would purchase. So you guys really seem to like when I do these fragrance starter pack videos where I basically set a budget and then from there choose which fragrances I would buy within that budget. One of my subscribers actually recommended this type of video a while ago, and I started off with $500. So I had a $500 budget and I basically told you guys which fragrances I would purchase. From there, I also did a video on how I would spend $250, and now we're doing $125 here in this one. So if you're a beginner to fragrances and you have a budget of about $100 to spend, here are fragrances that I would personally recommend you pick up. These are all going to be fragrances that are versatile, that are going to work well in terms of, compliments and things like that, and really they're just going to be great fragrances to purchase when you're on a budget. So a couple things quickly here before we get into the video. And the first one is, let me know which fragrances you would pick for this video down below. Again, the budget here is $125, so tell me what you would buy within that budget. Second thing is, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also turn on post notifications and give this video a thumbs up. All of that helps out the channel, and it also makes sure that these videos are delivered directly to you so you can watch them easily. And now that we've gotten that all the way, let's go and start off this video with the first fragrance and the cheapest fragrance that's going to be in this list. That one is Nautica Voyage. This one needs no introduction. This is probably the most popular cheap fragrance for men that I can really come up with off the top of my head. If you know really anything about fragrances, if you've been in the fragrance community for any amount of time, chances are you've heard of Nautica Voyage at some point. This one makes a lot of people's videos, even now after this has been out for a while. Still are a lot of people wearing it and purchasing it, and that's for good reason. It's because this scent works. And this one comes in at a whopping $10. Sometimes even a little bit cheaper, like $8. It's pretty inexpensive, that's for sure. So I knew when I was putting this video together, a pretty budget video, I had to include Nautica Voyage in there. This one smells fantastic, even though it is pretty inexpensive. It doesn't smell like the cheapest thing out there. It really doesn't. It has pretty good quality to it for the price. It also performs good, and it's very versatile. This is a fresh fragrance, so it's going to be more suited for spring and summer, but this is kind of one of those fragrances that you could wear any time of the year for any situation. This could easily be a signature scent if you really wanted it to be. I do have other fragrances in this list that are going to be more fall and winter oriented, so you don't have to pick up one fragrance here to wear all year round. You can kind of mix it up and have some warmer weather fragrances and some cooler weather fragrances. This one is definitely going to be on that warmer weather spectrum. This is going to be a great one, and my bottle is very low, as you were probably noticing. Yeah, I need to pick up another one. But this Nautica Voyage, the first fragrance in this list and the cheapest one, you should definitely have this one if you're starting out. And just as a little personal side note about Voyage, that was one of my first fragrances I ever picked up. I actually picked that one up along with Versace Mano Fresh. Those were the two I picked up, the first ever fragrances I picked up at the same time. I bought them both at the same time. So that's something cool for anyone who hasn't been around on my channel. Most people do know that, but if you're new, yeah, that was one of my first fragrances. So the fact that it's still making it in my videos even today, I think that's pretty cool, and it really says something about that scent. Up next, we have Tommy Bahama Set Sail Saint Bart's. So this is probably my favorite Tommy Bahama fragrance. I really like Tommy Bahama as a brand, as a fragrance house, I should say. I don't really wear any of their clothes or anything like that, but in terms of their fragrances, I do like them. But St. Bart's is probably my favorite. I love this scent. You'll hear this one get compared to Virgin Island Water by Creed. If you look on Fragrantica, it's voted up pretty high in the fact that it smells very similar to it. And while they are in the same genre, they don't smell alike. Like, this is not a clone of Virgin Island Water, not even close. They aren't similar like that, but in terms of just kind of the scent itself and the genre of scent, they are kind of similar there. This one utilizes lime, tequila, sea salt, so it's got this like boozy, aquatic, marine type of smell like Virgin Island Water, but they go in completely different directions. This one is more fresh, more bright, a little bit more aquatic and citrusy, whereas Virgin Island Water goes in more of a sweet direction. It's got coconut, rum, just some sweeter notes. That one is more of like a summer gourmand fragrance, I would consider it, whereas this one a lot more bright and citrusy, but nonetheless, it is still a fantastic scent, and this is one, even now, I still reach for a lot in the summertime. If I'm looking for something to wear, just going out casually, and I'm not really too sure what I want to wear, I'm just reaching for something, this is one that I'll usually go for. I've talked about it before in other videos, but I often like to use this one to freshen up towels and stuff, like when we're on vacation, because it smells very beachy and just like tropical. I'll also just spray it on my shirts and stuff, and when I usually do wear this fragrance, I typically go with a lot of sprays just because it really doesn't have the best performance here, which isn't the biggest deal because it's relatively affordable. But yeah, with this one, I usually do go with more sprays just because you can kind of get away with that and you don't have to worry about wasting it because it's not that expensive. Again, you're paying about 20 bucks for the scent. That's a great price for a 100 ml bottle. And again, it is kind of comparable to a fragrance that costs about 400 bucks, Virgin Island Water. Again, it's not a cologne, but it is going to give you that same feel as Virgin Island Water. Something tropical, smells like the beach, smells like you're on vacation. This is going to get that similar vibe, only for about $20. So really great one here. Still love this scent even today. And yeah, I would definitely pick this one up if I was starting over with a limited budget. Up next here we have Salvatore Ferragamo F Black. So this one has been getting a lot of love on the channel. I just did a video on 10 reasons why you should own this fragrance in your collection. You can check that video out if you want to. Highly recommend you check that video out if you're interested in the scent because I cover a lot of great points on why I think this fragrance is so great. So this one's coming in at about $20 or so for a 100 ml bottle. Again, a fantastic, fantastic price. This is a more fall and winter oriented scent. So the first two we covered, spring and summer. I didn't really say that with St. Bart's, but you could kind of tell there how I was describing it. That is more of a summer scent. This one, on the other hand, the opposite, more of a fall and winter scent. So this is going to have all of your bases covered in the cooler months. This one, very masculine. It's very somewhat upscale, so you could wear it dressed up. This one has a lot of versatility to it for the cooler weather. It's part of the reason why I like it so much. On top of that, this one also has great performance. This one lasts easily over 8-9 hours on my skin, and it also projects pretty strong within the first few hours of spraying it on. And obviously, nice performance is something that you would want in all of your fragrances and is something that is pretty nice to have. But when it comes to a cooler weather fragrance, you really want it to have good performance, and it becomes a lot more important because in the cooler weather, your fragrance needs more power, more strength to push through the cold air. So if your winter fragrance has weak performance, it's probably not going to be projecting very well. People probably aren't going to be able to smell you very well. But with F Black, that's not an issue to worry about because this one is very strong, very potent. And it's not often that you get fragrances in this price range to have good of performance as this one does. Moving on to the next one here, we have Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct. So this one's coming in at about $25 for a 100 ml bottle, and it's definitely worth all of that 25 bucks, 100%. This stuff is awesome. This one is really something unique, and it's kind of a nice twist on those fresh scents for summertime. This one is musky, it's melony, it's a little bit spicy, a little bit peppery. This one is something different, and what's nice about this one is it again kind of gives you this like summery, beachy vacation type of feeling, kind of like St. Bart's does. It's really nice for that time of year, wearing it to the beach, wearing it to the pool in the summertime. This one is going to be great for that. Moving up next here, we have Bentley for Men Intense. So this one is a really nice one for wintertime. So we got another cooler weather scent here. This one is leathery and a little bit boozy as well. So if you're looking for a nice masculine sweet scent for the cooler months, this is one to definitely check out. It's going to fit in really well with F Black in terms of the type of fragrance it is. Something for the cooler weather, something that projects out really well, pushes through the winter air really well, and it's just something that is masculine and perfectly suited for the cooler months. I've talked a little bit about Bentley fragrances here on the channel, and this is another one that has been talked about in the community a ton. Bentley is known for making affordable fragrances that are really, really high quality and really nice and unique, and this one is no exception. So this one is coming in at about $30 for 100 ml, and that puts it at the most expensive fragrance on this list. I mean, not by much, by like $5, but it is 100% worth that $30. I would buy this fragrance over and over again if I had to, because it is really nice. Expect to see a review on this one coming up soon, because I want to get that out there for you guys so you can kind of hear my full thoughts on it. So be looking for that. But yeah, definitely recommend you pick this one up if you're on a budget. Great stuff. Finally, the last fragrance on this list, this one is Original Penguin Premium Blend. So I've talked about this fragrance on the channel a lot as well. I've done a full review on this scent that you can check out if you want to hear more about it. But this is another really nice fragrance at about $20. This one's something different. It's something unique. It smells great for the summertime. Really nice casual scent. The bottle itself is really nice, heavy, thick glass, so it's not going to feel like something cheap in your hands, which is something that a lot of people care about. I know for me personally, I care a lot about my bottles and about the presentation of them, and the fact that this is a really nice, solid, heavy bottle really makes it seem like it's a lot more expensive than $20. The scent obviously is the most important, and it is a killer scent, perfect for summer, and it just works really well. This is another cheapie that I like to reach for in the summertime when I'm not really fully sure what I want to wear. I just kind of want to spray something on and go. This one works great. So there you guys have it. That are 6 fragrances that you can pick up for about $125 total. That gives you a great starting point. This is something that can give you a great foundation if you're just starting out. These are fragrances you can kind of build on. Or if you don't want to spend any more than that, these are 6 fragrances that you can pick up, and that's really all you're going to need. You got all of your bases covered for any time of the year, for any situation. All of these are going to suit you really well. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, let me know which fragrances you picked down below, and that's going to do it for this one, guys. So as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and have a great rest of your night. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.